Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. My hair is a little bit of a mess because I did just wash it, but today's video is going to be a bonus empties video. The reason I'm saying bonus is because I already did a bonus skincare empties video. I want to say like a week or 2 weeks back basically. At the time I'm sitting down to film it, by the way, just for context, today is the 31st of December, so New Year's Eve basically. And today, I mean, this is like a little bit like backstory information. I'm sure most of you don't care, but today is one of those days where I'm like prepping for the new year at the same time, like kind of closing out 2023. So yeah, I was about to say 2022, but no, I'm closing 2023 in the sense like today's video, for example, and then even in general, like when it comes to my project plan, I'm like starting all my prep for 2024 in terms of like shooting content. Like I'm gonna do like yearly stuff, yearly tracking, yearly progress to 2024 mein hone wala hai. So I've already kick started all of that as well. I was doing it this morning, so there's a lot of exciting stuff that's going to come up in 2024, and I'm so excited for that. Of course there is that I don't know why I started doing this ramble and like giving you like a year throwback kind of a thing, but एक अलग ही टाइप का एक्साइटमेंट होता है when the new year is going to start कि अरे it's a new chapter and you can like start a lot of new things. मुझे उस चीज़ का बहुत मोटिवेशन आता है. आई नो दैट अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल से कि अरे क्या ही हो रहा है, मतलब एक दिन ही तो चेंज हो रहा है ना, बट आई एम लाइक नहीं, इट इज़ अ स्टार्ट फॉर अ न्यू चैप्टर, एटलीस्ट फॉर मी पर्सनली, एंड आई एम very motivated for all of that. So there's a lot of interesting stuff going to come up in 2024 for you guys, so stay tuned for that. But let's come back to today's video. So one of the new things I'm going to start in 2024 is that I'm going to do an empties analysis for the year when it comes to my skincare, hair care, beauty products. I've been doing it for makeup, but now I'm going to start doing it for skincare as well. So basically हर बार मैं empties videos में जो products दिखाती हूँ, I'm going to count throughout the entire year, throughout multiple empties videos की हर category में how many products am I actually using up, and उसका मैं एक year end में tally करूँगी. So that will happen for 2024, and then it will also happen for some of the like coming years like 2025, 2026 and so on. So that will give me an estimate ki in every category how many products am I using up in an entire year. So then we'll do some number crunching, and there's a lot of more exciting content coming up. मैं सब कुछ spoil नहीं करने वाली हूँ, but yes, I'm going to be doing those counting numbers analysis for 2024, which is why I thought कि जो भी मेरे ये empties है, ठीक है, now these are things I have used up since I filmed that bonus skincare empties video, which was actually like from today, like today's 31st, right? So I think I filmed that sometime in the initial days of December, which is why since then I have used up a lot of stuff, and there are maybe like 1 or 2 things which are not completely used up, but they're still like 90% से ज़्यादा finished. So I don't want to add these numbers to my 2024 empties. I want to keep them for 2023. So I thought ki, you know what, since I have like, I want to say about 10-11 things, we're going to actually count and see how many things are in here, but I have more than 10 things. So I thought, you know what, I still want to do this and show you all these empties, but ये मैं 2024 के empties में नहीं दिखाऊंगी because फिर मुझे वो numbers वहाँ add करने पड़ेंगे, which I don't want to do. So that's what this video is going to be about. And yes, I have given you a 4-minute long introduction, but now let's jump into it and let's talk about what all I have here. So firstly, the products I'm not going to talk too much about because ये तुम लोग इतनी बार सुन चुके हो इन चीज़ों के बारे में कि I'm sure you're tired. I have a Dot-In की ceramides and hyaluronic acid skin barrier repair face cream का new tube, and like you can see मैंने पूरी हवा भी निकाल दी है इसमें से. It is like completely gone. Now this is the one that I was using in December, and in December I was actually using this twice a day, both in the morning at night, and इसीलिए ये शायद थोड़ा जल्दी ख़त्म हो गया है, and it's a little wet for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe some of the other empties leaked. So yeah, that's my first empty. I don't want to talk too much about it because you have heard me go on and on about how this is my absolute favorite moisturizer in so many videos that this should not come as a surprise to anyone. And in case you want to know, please let me know. I'll just link some videos down below for you. Jisme I talk a lot about why I love this, like my favorite products of the year, my most repurchased products of the year. There are a ton of videos. there's also a retinol, foxtail retinol का एक और bottle मैंने ख़त्म कर दिया a few days back, so there is that also. This is my favorite retinol, again my most repurchased. Next year के empties में तुमको सिर्फ ये retinol दिखने वाला है, nothing, no other retinol, because yeah I'm pretty sure कि मैं 2024 में change ही नहीं करने वाली हूँ retinol. I'll just stick to that only. We also have few makeup empties, like 2 makeup empties and 1 perfume empty also. The first makeup empty is the Kalaba eyeliner. Now I mentioned this actually in my makeup empties video also कि this was almost out, and this is actually still not completely dried up. Like today also I used it to do my eyeliner, and maybe इसमें और थोड़े uses बचे हैं, but ये फिर भी 2023 में count होगा, 2024 में count नहीं करूँगी मैं इसको. And the Daughter Earth Snow Dust Setting Powder. This I also used up quite a few days ago, so of course ये number actually मैंने मेरे 2023 empties में already add कर दिया है. I just have to show it to you. So this is a product that I really did enjoy, and when I saw it, it's like a white powder, so it looks very scary, but it's actually not scary at all. It blends really well on the skin. My only problem with this is that you don't get enough product, and it's a little expensive for what it is. So if you can find this at good offers, and I would do that for myself personally also, if I find this at good offers, I'll probably repurchase. Otherwise I will not, because it is quite expensive for what it is, and this will last you less than 2 months. So do keep that in mind if you're looking at the value and how long the product is going to last you. By the way, keep in mind I use it every single day, so if you're not someone who wears makeup every single day, then for you the math would be a little different. What else do we have? Okay, another bottle of the Tresemme shampoo. I think that I go through 3 of this size in a year, I want to say, because I'm pretty sure if my memory is serving me correctly. I showed you one in my 6-month empty, then I showed you one in the 12-year empty, and this was almost going to be done as well. I mentioned in that video also कि I have one more which I'm currently going through, which is going to be out, and by the end of the year I'm out of this. So next year हमको actually पता चलेगा कि how many bottles of these I used up in an entire year, but my guess is I use up 3 in a year. So we have one of that also. Then this is again one of those things which is not completely done, but you can see there's maybe like 1 or 2 uses left in here. Aaj bhi I was using the sunscreen, and I had to like squeeze every last bit of it out. Like I had to like press it and then squeeze it ऐसे अच्छे से, but I think I can get 1 or 2 more uses out of this. So technically even though this would be completely empty in 2024, but फिर भी मैं इसको 2024 के empties में नहीं गिनूंगी. It's going to be counted in the 2023 empties. By the way, in case you're wondering what this is my favorite sunscreen from Reconstruct Skincare. It's their gel sunscreen, and yes, even though it is winter, I've still been using it. It's a more mattifying formula, so I recommend it for oily skin. But if you're using it with a moisturizer like this, more of a creamy one which is still lightweight, it actually does work really well in the winters as well. And I think this is going to be my go-to combo for dry skin going forward, like in the winter basically. Next year also I think I will just stick to this instead of rotating new products and buying new things during the winter time, because throughout the year, like in the summer, monsoon, my skincare routine is pretty much the same, because my skin type remains mostly consistent, but in the winters of course it gets drier. But next year I think I can just use some of my favorite products that I use throughout the year in the winter also. Nahi to what I do is I buy new skincare, like the Plum Niacinamide Serum for example, the 10% one, I only buy during winters. I don't buy it in the summer or the monsoon time. So same logic basically over here also. And you will see how I pair this in a video that's coming up. I think no, it's technically in present day, coming up in 2 days, but by the time this video goes up it's probably already up. It's my shopping my skincare stash video, which is again another one of the new series that I started in 2024. So go ahead and watch that video in case you're interested to know like my morning skincare routine a little bit more in detail. But मैंने ये video में भी इतने सारी details तो बता ही दिए हैं. And then one last thing, I think yeah, this is the only other thing which is not completely out, but I'm still going to count it as a 2023 empty, which is why I'm showing it to you in today's video. This is the Beauty of Jazan ginseng cleansing oil. Again, like you can see, I have maybe, I want to say 2, 3, 4 uses left in here, but it doesn't qualify as a 2024 empty because I'm 90% done with it. So this is a product which initially first of all, I'm more of a cleansing balm person as a cleansing oil person, just to let you know. There are people who are more of a cleansing oil person versus a cleansing balm person, so I totally understand. It's a personal preference. For me, I just wanted to switch up my cleansing balm or like makeup cleansing product, because एक ही product use करके हम कभी कभी बोर हो जाते हैं, at least मैं बोर हो जाती हूँ. So that's the reason I bought this, and I got a pretty good offer also, I'm pretty sure, on this. I think I bought this from Beauty Barn, I want to say. And initially I was a little off-put by it because of the smell. It's not a fragrance, it's a natural smell. I think it's of the ginseng or maybe some of the other ingredients that are in here, but eventually I got used to it. Also, I didn't find the texture to be very like fun to use initially, because again it's a cleansing oil, but I did get used to it eventually. That being said, I don't see myself repurchasing it, because again, like I said, I'm not a cleansing oil person. I only bought this because I want to switch it up. But if you are someone who likes cleansing oils, I think you will really like this. And one more thing I really like about this is that the bottle lasted me a long time. I think this lasted me for 2 months, and it's a 210 ml bottle. So now that I think about it, it's pretty average, right? 210 ml lasting for 2 months. I think it should last 2 months now that I'm reading it. मुझे पता नहीं क्यों लगा कि 100 ml है, but it's 210 ml. So yeah, just for reference, in case you're a cleansing oil person, you can decide if you want to buy this or not. It was roughly about 1,000 rupees that I paid for this, also just for context. So yeah. Then we have the Deconstruct hyaluronic acid hydrating face wash. Again, this is something that was my favorite last year, and I really wanted to like save this basically for the winter time, which is why I was saving it to start using it now. And I did use it. I do really like it, but I don't love it as much as I did last year, because I have discovered better hydrating face washes now versus last year. I feel like I hadn't tried as many options, so that's why this was my favorite. So for me personally, I don't think I would repurchase it, because I've kind of found better options now. So we have that. Then we have another face wash. This is the Minimalist Alpha Lipoic Glycolic Acid 7% cleanser. Now this is what I was using as my second cleanse after after using a cleansing oil, whereas this one was more of a morning cleanser for me. I've already mentioned, I think, in quite a few videos that I'm not a big fan of the minimalist cleansers, even though I know other people like it. For me, again, it's just a texture thing. I think it's very liquidy and doesn't lather much, doesn't foam up much, and that's why I don't like it, versus other people might actually like this because it doesn't lather and foam up much. So I think to each their own, especially when it comes to face washes. I think it's very much of a personal preference. So yes, that is that. Again, wouldn't repurchase it, but I did use it up. Then let's talk about a perfume empty. Now this one, I don't know, I think I forgot to mention this in my perfume empties, or maybe I don't know what happened. Maybe I might have mentioned it, but फिर मैंने इसको उठा के साइड में रख दिया, तो मैं भूल गई कि मैंने दिखाया है. I don't know, but this is the perfume I literally flew through. I just bought it a couple of months ago, and I started wearing it every single day, which is why I used it up so quickly. And yes, I've already repurchased a new bottle of this. In fact, I started using my new bottle also. So that is Miss Boo's Tokyo Zen. Again, this is something, if you find this store close to you, then you can go ahead and purchase it. I don't know if it's available online or not, so I cannot tell you that. So yeah, that is that. Then we have last few products. I was saving this Chemist at Play dry to normal skin night cream, because this is the older formulation that they have. Now they have reformulated it and repackaged it as their hydrating moisturizer. So this was my old one. I was basically saving this because I wanted to film like how the texture of this one is and how it goes on the skin for a YouTube shorts or like an Instagram reel basically. But then they discontinued it, so I was like, okay, let me just save this because they have launched new moisturizer. So फिर मैंने उसको comparison के लिए बचा के रखा था. I filmed the comparison, which again you will either have already seen or you will be seeing in like a week or so's time. So stay tuned for that if it's not up already. But yeah, now that it's completely done, I mean, now that I've like मेरे को जो भी पर्पसेस के लिए ये बचाने थे वो सब ख़त्म हो गए. सो देन आई यूज्ड इट अप एंड like I said, I would not be able to repurchase it unfortunately anymore because this formulation is not available anymore and I do prefer this one versus the new one. मतलब new भी अच्छा है but ये अलग ही था. It was very different and of course now it's been dethroned and now my favorite is the Dot & Key moisturizer. So yeah, that's that. Then I have this bottle. This is the Formula RX niacinamide solution का bottle, but this was one of those things again मैंने इसको repurpose किया था and I had put the one thing 10% niacinamide toner solution in here and I had a few uses left, so I used it up. And again, I will not be repurchasing the one thing 10% niacinamide because I don't prefer niacinamide in a toner form. I would rather have a niacinamide serum. So yeah, this is also one that I will now wash and just send it for recycling. And the last empty for this video is the Minimalist Alpha Arbutin 2% face serum. Now this is one that I used on and off and I think it's a really effective Alpha Arbutin serum, no lying about that, but I don't think it's as effective as the Dermaco kojic acid cream, kojic acid gel. They have a kojic acid serum also, which I have not used, so I can't tell you how effective that is, but the Dermaco kojic acid cream and gel formulas are much better when it comes to hyperpigmentation and at least treating my hyperpigmentation which I get from post acne marks, versus this one I did see effects but I think you have to use it for a little bit longer. Just to give you reference, if the Dermaco gets rid of your pigmentation in a week, this will get rid of it in 2 weeks. So it is basically not as strong and effective in comparison to that, at least on my skin personally. So that is why if I had to repurchase a pigmentation focused product, I would repurchase that, but this is a good one regardless and I used it. It works really great, like under any moisturizer that you put this under. It's not going to pill or cause any kind of problems, which I do really like. So yeah, that's that, but this is not my ultimate favorite recommendation, just putting it out there, and I don't think I would repurchase either, just for the same reason. So yes, that is that. Those were all the empties. I really hope that you enjoyed this, and yes, I'm going to be more on top of my empties videos going on forward in 2024, and of course, like I told you, we'll be doing an empties analysis every single time I post an empties video after this video basically. So when we start our 2024 empties uske baad se, so I hope you're looking forward to that and you're gonna enjoy it. So that's that. Just wanted to give you a quick little summary, like revision of all of my favorite empties from 2023, but that is it. Thank you so much for watching, you guys, and I hope that you enjoyed. Until next time, bye bye.